Hello, viewers, and welcome on out to the Fall Winter Showcase, and Happy New Year to every single one of you out there. I hope it's going to be a grand year for all of you, and all of their New Year's resolutions will be granted for you. Speaking of New Year's resolutions, or just resolutions in general, I figured that would be the theme of this year's showcase, is basically making this like a giant resolution. Our resolution for this year is getting back to consistency, back to what we used to be, where we were a little bit more on the daily grind. Now, it probably won't be just as of yet, probably going to be more near the spring-summer era before we can get maybe back there again, once we get kind of schedules all kind of clasped together and figured out. But yes, that is the old goal, to get back to our Monday through Sunday schedule. We used to have Mario Monday, Throwback Tuesday, Wacky Wednesday, and Flashback Friday, and Toss Up Thursday, and it was back then Sword and Shield Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, back when Sword and Shield were coming out. Yeah, it's been some time, let's just say that. And obviously that has a lot to do with just life, work, bills, whatever you want to say, kids, being dad, husband, full-time worker, all that fun stuff. But here we are in the Fall Winter Showcase. You guys have never seen any of our showcases before. Basically, what these showcases do is go over all the things that we hope to get acquired this upcoming year, some things that still need finished out, and possible future projects down the road. However, I'm going to do this one a little bit tiny differently than usual. Usually I do kind of like, here's what we're working on, hoping to get finished out, here's what's to come next season, blah, 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 blah. However, I'm going to be a little bit more stricter with this one. Kind of how we did a couple showcases back ago where we were like, this is our goal for how many video uploads we wanted to do. For this one, we're going to be like, hey, this is what we're going to do the month of January, February, so on and so forth into the space of the summer season, or spring season, sorry to be correct, and go from there. So this is everything hopefully to come during the fall winter time with a little bit of tidbits toward the spring summer, and then so on and so forth. That way it gives a more concrete schedule to it all and makes us have to dedicate ourselves to giving you said content by said timelines at the minimum. Best cases, we do even better than that and do even above and beyond. Worst cases, you get what I tell you. I feel like it could work out for everyone. Anyway, let's cease the fireworks for now because I'm sure they're getting a little bit distracting. I mean, they were fun, but after a while you realize the green one was flashing probably 5 times over and over again. Maybe the speed was cool. But you know what? Ignoring the fourth wall breaks. Let's go into our Fall Winter Showcase. So I figure it's no better just to start from the start. Start from the month we're currently in at the time of this recording, which is January. Thank goodness we're actually recording this in January. It's still late. Obviously, we try to do all these as early as possible, and I will guarantee that the spring and summer showcase will come at the start of spring. That is my personal guarantee. I'm putting down right now. I'm doing it. I'm stamping it. Whenever the first day of spring is, that's when the spring and summer showcase will go up. That way, it's dedicating that timeline going forward, and you guys can actually see what are coming up for those months and everything like that. Anyway, start with the month of January. Obviously, we're doing it right now. We're doing the showcase right now. That was the first thing I literally had planned for January, was this showcase that I'm recording right now. Check! We're already off to a great start, kind of-ish. I mean, we're getting a little late into January. But you know what? It's fine. It's happening. Here we go. Thing I want to start bringing back, if I hopefully can, which I think I can. Everything looks like it's working out for it. But the games that I grew up on series, I'll kind of move my face cam here for 2 seconds so that way you can see the thumbnail. But yes, the games I grew up on series I did back when I was technically 29. I am now 32. That shows you again time frames. This is going back to the times when we were on a daily grind schedule. This is one part of our daily things. Usually it was all Toss Up Thursday. One we would do, or Wacky Wednesday. It depends on one. It was one of those two that we would usually throw the games I grew up on series on there. Basically, it was all the games that I grew up on from the age of when I was pretty much born, all the way up to the current age that I am currently, and those games have inspired me throughout my life, things like that. And there's still a few games on that list that we have not yet played, and if you go actually look at the games I grew up on playlist, you will see those games that still need to be played. First one I want to get off, definitely very, very soon, is Bejeweled. It's a very highly old game, I guess, that I used to play back in the computer era, but it's obviously still on, your mobiles. It's still out there in the world. It's still very much popular. I think it's Bejeweled Twist is the newest one, which I have not technically played, but I still have the classic Bejeweled. Bejeweled 3 is still downloaded to my computer currently. Playing some of those Bejeweled because I have a lot of nostalgia value to the Bejeweled, and I definitely remember playing it from PopCap Games back in the era. Maybe some of you that are on the older side do remember these games as well. I'm trying to look. I know it's probably somewhere on the computer here. I know I see Addicting Games and all that, but either way, I know PopCap Games is somewhere up in the computer side. Either way, that's one I definitely want to be bringing here, and there are going to be other future ones, but we'll refer to those as we get to them. Either way, other things that I definitely want to bring to the channel is a new Let's Play. Also, I have my little cheat sheet, note sheet, wherever you want to say. Also, if I hold it up right now, another fourth wall break, it'll turn black because it's green. Kind of cool. But you know what? It's all cool. If I put the fireworks back on, put the fireworks on. That'd be kind of cool. Anyway, another Let's Play that I'd like to bring back to the channel, bring some Let's Plays back. I want to bring the Let's Play of the Super Mario RPG game for the Nintendo Switch. I have the game currently. I am doing this Let's Play, however, differently than every other Let's Play I've ever done. Usually how we've done most of our Let's Plays is we literally load in from the start of the game, listen to the main menu, all that great stuff. Do about usually a minimum of 30 minutes, if not longer, of gameplay, give you our opinions from those first 30 minutes. Whether it's something we want to continue getting, buying, blah, blah, blah. Basically reviewing a game that we're kind of debating, do we actually want this or not want it? And maybe you guys have the same wonderings. Gives you guys those answers as well. It's usually most of these popular games that are out there that we'll try out. And some of those are just random ones that either get recommended or just ones that are like, oh, these kind of tickle our fancy. Maybe someone else is thinking about it and want to kind of tell people about that. But yeah, Super Mario RPG I'm doing a little bit differently. I've already played probably a good bit into this game, so I'm actually going to be recording from pretty much the middle-ish. That way it's kind of like, okay, now we've actually dove into this game for more than those first 30 minutes or an hour or whatever our recording would be. Gives you more like we actually played the game. All the ones we ever have played previously, we are legitimately giving a try and seeing if we're enjoying them, and if we do change our minds after some gameplay, then we would let you know. In the video, I would edit that in. So yeah, I figured let's do it a different way. Let's go in like we're already kind of a bit into the game and give our thoughts from there. Anyway, another Let's Play that I definitely want to bring into the month of January is Crash Bandicoot 4. Now, I've played Crash Bandicoot 1, Crash Bandicoot 2, Crash Bandicoot 3, all those great ones for the original, PlayStation 2 era, but I've not played Crash Bandicoot 4. It's been out for some time now, and I have yet to play it. And that's, kind of sad. I should definitely give this one a try. And I've done the, whatever the revamped Crash Bandicoots were. Is it Insane Trilogy? Is that what Crash Bandicoot was? I think that's what theirs was. But yeah, I've done that one. I've done the channel with the games I grew up on series and everything like that. And yeah, I just feel like it'd be fun to give this newish Crash a chance, so definitely going to do that one very soon as well on the channel. So definitely look out for that coming out in the month of January. Obviously, continuing into the month of January will be our Road to Scarlet and Violet. Probably going to be getting another name change. Whoop-de-doo. What originally started as the Road to Shield. Shield. It's the Road to Shield. Use my memory. What originally was the Road to Shield became the Road to Sword and Shield. Then it became the Road to Scarlet and Violet. And now, Scarlet and Violet are literally, 2 days? Yeah, 2 days away from having the final DLC being pushed out for it. And I don't see us in 2 days beating whatever it is amount of games that we still have. I think we're on game like 11 out of 30 something. We're not doing great. We did great in the beginning. Don't get me wrong. We did really great in the beginning. We cleared through like the first 6 in less than pretty much a few months. And I know a lot of it, these later games have more episodes, things like that. Like Gen 1 only takes you maybe 2 or 3 hours maximum usually to beat it, whereas Gen 4 is going to take, about 10 or so. But, that's just how things go. Either way, definitely want to continue our Road to Scarlet and Violet as it's still being called right now. It'll probably get rebranded very, very soon. Probably by the time spring, summer gets around, it'll be rebranded again with a new logo and all that. So we've done the main characters, protagonists, there we go, that's what I was looking for, as the background image. We've done the actual shield logo as an image, and then we've done this one as a background image with all like the legendaries. I don't know what I'm going to do for the next one, but I'll definitely come up with something. I'm thinking maybe Pokeballs, but I don't know for sure. So I don't know if every gym introduced a new Pokeball. But there's got to be something. Maybe the mechanics, maybe it'll be like games mechanic. That'd be kind of cool one. I don't know. But there's going to be some. There'll be some kind of theme that kind of features all the different generations, and then that'll be the new logo. Yeah, definitely going to be continuing that. We're currently on Brilliant Diamond doing a Wheel of Challenges Nuzlocke, where a wheel challenges us with new challenges every 10 minutes. And they can be anything as crazy as basically, you know, can only use a certain name, can only use this type of move, can only use things in slot 3, can only, you know, use your weakest mons, blah, 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 blah. You guys can also partake in that project by just either going to that video or going on any of our socials, things like that on X or Instagram at TheModernGamer or ModernGamer. And just letting us know some challenges we can throw in there, and they will always be featured and spun around on the Wheel of Challenges. Obviously, the Wheel of Mayhem, but, you know, basically the same dish. But yeah, definitely continuing with that, beating the Brilliant Diamond, and then going forward with future ones as well. And the last thing for the month of January that I wanted to get going again is our Super Mario 3D All-Stars. We did a little bit this past month, but again, keep going on hiatuses just because of life, different things like that. But yeah, definitely wanted to continue our Mario 3D All-Stars playthrough and finish that up, hopefully within the next couple months, and have that all done. We're currently in the final game right now in Mario Galaxy. We've gone in order. We did Mario 64, beat it, did Mario Galaxy, or not Mario Galaxy, sorry, Mario Sunshine, got about halfway through, and then we ended up having to give up because we were being terrible at it, because we're not platformers by any means, and we ended up doing a watch party with it. And then now we're doing pretty decent through Galaxy. I think we're about a third of the way through Galaxy at minimum, based on what I've seen on research, so definitely getting there. But just have to keep pushing forward, and as it always, worst case, we can turn into a watch party, and we'll be playing some more featured Mario games here soon that will probably be a little more successful than this one. Anyway, that is the month of January, the current month we're in. So you can look forward to all those uploads in the month of January. As for February, I want to have the Brilliant Diamond series finished in February, so our Road Sword Shield going on to its next iteration in the month of February would be the ultimate goal, or at least saying we're finished with Brilliant Diamond by the end of February, and the one that we're going to be starting up as soon as Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl and everything are done with that is our Let's Go Shining, Ultra Shiny Hunting, Ultra Route Shiny Hunting. I swear to God, I give this thing its name one of these years. That's been going on for a while. We've only gotten through the first little routes, and yeah, figured to start from scratch, start from all whatever. I have to make note of this because it's out there now and it's fine. But obviously, yes, we had the Ultra Route Hunting way back. I mean, we're talking almost 4 years ago now. But then I think it's John Stone, Pokemon YouTuber, did his version, basically catching all shiny Pokemon before collecting the badges. And it's basically the exact same concept we had, where it's you have to collect all the shinies and then progress forward. His version, the only difference is really he could go however he wanted. Our version is you're locked into each route. That's really the only differences I think I've seen between mine and his version, where, like I said, he has to catch every single shiny Pokemon before getting into Badge 1, which was the same thing I had. However, I was saying I had to get everything in Route 1 before I can exit Route 1, whereas he could go Route 1, Route, Victory, or not Victory Road, Viridian Forest, all that. He could run around a little bit more freely. We did that sometimes on a few of our episodes because we were just trying to explore that method going forward. So yes, they are very, very much similar. I won't go into it. Oh, mine was first or level. It just happened we had the same ideas. We don't even, I knew of Johnstone in the past. He knows who I am. Things like that. But like I knew who Johnstone was when I started. Let's go Eevee anyway. But anyway, I have to address it because it's out there now. Same with the Wheel of Challenges. A lot of people sometimes feel like we'll say that could be an inspiration from United Gamers Master Lock. However, I got the inspiration from GameSpots, or yeah, I think it's GameSpots. Wheel of Challenges, or actually theirs was the Wheel of, I don't know what the wheel was, but it was basically a wheel they played with Mario Kart, that they would do blindfolded or let the opponent choose your character and stuff like that. That's what I got it inspired from. and then just kind of, yes, it has gotten fusions from United Gamers ideas. It's gotten fusions from like A Drive. It's gotten fusions from many others that have had those type of wheels in their videos that blindfold you, curse you, hurt you, streamer wheels, whatever you want to say, that can bring inspiration to have some fun with them. So anyway, I feel like it's best to always have inspiration from others. I never want to be stealing from others. That is always my main thing. I will never be trying to steal. I'm going to try to be using inspiration from them. And if it ever feels like it is too much on the nose, like it may be truly stealing, then I try to give to those creators and make sure it's an actual okay idea. Say with some other projects I'll be referring to later. Anyway, let's go shiny, hunting, AEV. We go route by route. Can't move on to the next route until we get all the shinies in said route. Collecting all the gym badges. Going forward, that's going to be bad as well. Anyway, I'm not talking for that one for like an hour. I want to definitely have the Mario 3D All-Stars done by the end of February. No plan to start the new Mario just then, but at least having that one done would be ideal by the end of February. We'll have to see how time flows and everything like that, but definitely yes, want to have our Mario series done by then. And then our back to the games I grew up on series, I want to do Smash Brothers. As far as that one, doing Smash 64 64 through Smash Ultimate, and playing all the Smash Brothers in between those in a how to play format, and kind of like a quick, here's a couple minutes from this one, here's a couple minutes from that one, kind of talking about some of our memories with each one, and our love for Smash Bros. It's been a major part of our, our lives, or whatever you want to say. Maybe your life as well. I'm not sure, because I'm not you, but still. Another Let's Play that I want to do as well during that time is a Dragon Ball Z Game Boy Advance Boost Furry. Now, the reason I'm doing this game, now I've never personally played this game, but it's been a suggested game for me a couple of years back ago, and I kept promising I'd do it. And yeah, life just keeps throwing wrenches toward me, but I am going to be playing it in February. So it's been one suggested to me to try out. I had a love for Dragon Ball Z like Budokai, and I had a lot of love for like Tenkaichi, Kakarot. I've done Fighters, things like that. This is one of the older ones that's been suggested to me to try, so I want to definitely try that one. And I will be doing that in February. March. We're going into March now. We're already 3 months in. Let's go. Flying through. But March, that's when I want to have the new Mario series, kind of lining up to Mario Day, which is March 10th. That would be the most ideal situation, and I kind of have the month of March be kind of Mario themed because it's kind of a Mario Day, Mario month, whatever you want to kind of call it. But yeah, having some Mario theme-like ideas for this one. But our Mario series is between a lot of different options. There's so many options right now that it could be potential, whether it be the new Super Princess Peach game, the Mario vs. Donkey Kong ones. There are Mario Odyssey, Mario Wonder, the new Super Mario Bros. 2 for like the 3DS, and Super Mario Bros. Wii if we want to go further back. The new Super Mario Bros. Like back to the DS days and everything like that. All these ones are potential ideas that we have in our head. I just don't know what really will be the right one at that point in time, but I guarantee it will be one of those ones that we will probably do, and probably, honestly, just speaking from my gut, it'll probably be one I know I can beat or do pretty well in. So obviously, say if we did the new Peach one or the new Donkey Kong versus Mario, things like that, I don't know how well platforming I will do for those ones. I mean, it's always worth a try, obviously, to give them a try. Those might be more focused toward our Let's Plays before actually truly getting them. But like, say, a Mario Wonder, I could see doing pretty well in. A Mario Odyssey I have beaten, so I know I can do well on that one. All the like the Super Mario Brothers U and stuff like that, I know I can beat. The new Super Mario Bros. I've beaten in the past, so those ones could lean more toward just because I know I will have success with them and not have to worry about like going dying 15 times over and over again. You guys are watching the same levels, and as much as I try to use cuts and everything like that, it makes it a lot more ending time, a lot more delays. I don't have still the best, like I said, time still right now. It's still looking to go past summer before it gets a little bit more free again, which is it's fine. It's exciting. I'm a full-time fan, full-time worker, full-time whatever. I enjoy doing what I'm doing in life, and this YouTube thing was always started because I love playing video games, and I figured why not record it for the world? Maybe someone else wants to see these games, see someone else that's maybe like, me or whatever, just needs an escape, whatever they want to be. Just like, hey, here's someone I can watch that's enjoying this type of stuff, helps them out, whatever. We try to be out, as helpful as we can toward others and things like that. So, figured if I'm already playing it, why not put a camera in front of me and record it anyway? Just see how it goes. Anyway. As far as more things in March, our go for the games I grew up on series for that time is going to be playing some Mario Kart. So playing all the way from the original NES Mario Kart all the way up until the newest one, which is technically Mario Kart. Actually, would it be Tour still? I think Tour would technically have the final wave of Tour after the final wave of the DLC for the Mario Kart 8. I think that's because I think Tour wrapped up in December. And the last wave of DLC came in November, wasn't it? Either way, to the most recent iteration of Mario Kart, playing through a little bit of those as well would be a lot of fun, I think. And getting our thoughts into some of our memories with those different Mario Karts and things like that sparked our who we are today. During that time, I really want to revamp our how to plays. I'll show you really quick. So all of them right now are about 5 to 6 years old at the minimum. You can see most of them here on the screen before you. We've done all the Smash Brothers. We've done Mario Kart. We've done like Pokken. We've done some other ones as well, like Pokemon and things like that. In that time, just like I said, they're dated. A lot of them were done with my iPhone 7, I believe, or even 6. I don't know. It was either a 6S, a 7, something before, or an iPhone 10. I think was the Wii U one, maybe. I don't know. Either way, all were done with iPhones. Didn't have these capturing devices. Did not have green screen. Didn't have multiple cameras that I now have to record a little bit better, like, hey, here's a camera for the controller to see what I'm actually doing. Here's a camera showing the gameplay. Here's a camera, me talking, whatever you want to say. A little bit more of a high-definition version of these how to plays, because I definitely, maybe someone out there just doesn't know, because I know personally I had to just figure it out for, say, like Smash Brothers Melee. I figured maybe hearing me try to describe it, maybe we'll call someone else out there. I don't know. That's just my thought process, but anyway, I would love to revamp those, and it would be fun anyway, just to kind of get them a little bit more upscaled. And then as far as another Let's Play that I would like to do during that time is playing through all the rest of the Mario parties that we have not beaten. I know that one's not legit. Or it's one that should like multiple Mario parties. Okay, I'm sorry. But yeah, there's a few of these Mario parties that we have not played. I don't believe we've done Mario Party 3 through 9. I think we did 9. Maybe is one of the first ones we did. But we've done a lot of Mario Party Let's Plays on our channel. I'd like to just continue through the rest of them, give our thoughts into them, because there are some that have some big key memories with them. Mario Kart 7 or Mario Party 7 and 8 come to mind whenever I usually think of Mario Party as big memories. Mario Kart 10 is another big one for me as well, which we've already played through and discussed during that video. But yeah, there's just again more of those that I'd like to play through. And those can even be part of the games I grew up on series as well. Kind of a mix of both for that one. So we've done technically Let's Plays of Mario Party, but they also still relate to the whole games I grew up on series. And then we go into good old April during April Fool's Day and all that fun stuff. Now I don't really have a theme for that one, but you know what? It's still good, and we're getting pretty much, I think the first day of spring first day of spring is either April. I know June 21st is the first day of summer, so it has to be April-ish, I think. Maybe it's March, I don't know. Let's get the scientific answer here. And make sure actually I know when the first day of spring is before I lie about this. Alright. Oh, it's March. March. Yeah, definitely March. Okay, well, in March 19th would be when the Spring Summer Showcase would get debuted as well. So just to look at that really quick. Either way, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. So it gives you 2.5 months of the content that I've at least said right now. Anyway, as far as April goes, I want to do more games I grew up on. Don't really have particularly one in mind, but I have some. Actually, I have a little cheat sheet here, my little note. I have some other ideas of ones that I want to get, hopefully some point soon. Whether it be like Hearts or there's like Sly Cooper, Pokken, ARMS, Madden per se. 1-2-Switch, Wii Party. Those are all the ones I have in my little notes here for as far as the games I grew up on. But yeah, maybe at least like ARMS or 1-2-Switch because I have those early in my collection. Maybe probably more of the favorable ones. Kingdom Hearts might be a later-ish date one, but I definitely want to play through Kingdom Hearts again and get to Kingdom Hearts 3 because we have not brought that one to the channel. Yeah, definitely want to do that. And then our Let's Play, I want to do a Let's Play of Everybody 1-2-Switch, which is the sequel to 1-2-Switch itself. So I want to give that one a try and see how that one is overall. I want to have that by April. And then by April, I'm going to be starting our next Pokemon game after the Let's Go series. So that gives us at least over 2 months of shiny hunting and everything like that. We can do it pretty regularly. I think we can get through everything pretty well in that amount of time. Let's Go has one of the easiest shiny things out there. I think really only difficult ones are like your legendaries and stuff like that because of the whole new chain thing that we figured out this past couple of years. But yeah, definitely want to have a new Pokemon one. And then my ideas for new Pokemon at that point could depend on just everything, but obviously we'll have our Black and White co-op that I still want to get done. We have our any other generation out there pretty much that we have not played, Gen 5, Gen 6, Gen 7, so on and so forth. My thoughts are between the Black and White co-op, obviously, a ORAS Revenge Lock, because we technically lost our Omega Ruby original back in the day. We're talking way back when we first started YouTube back in the day. Series, we lost that Nuzlocke, and I'd like to do a Revenge Lock where we actually possibly win it. I have other ideas like metronome locks, type locks, chain locks, all that type of fun stuff, but we can figure all that stuff out later. In May, and like I said, I know this is kind of talking about the spring, summer, but I still want to have a little bit of previews toward them. And these can all come sooner than what the months I'm saying. This is just like, worst will come to worst, this is what will be during those months. So let's say even the ones I'm about to name in May could come as early as February if things flow really well. We'll just say it that way. But in May, I'd like to have a Let's Play of some maybe like more WarioWares. I had a lot of fun playing the last time with WarioWare. I'd like to give some of the other ones some tries. I know there's a new one actually that just recently came out as well that I could give a try as well. I like to give a chance to the NBA games. I've never played any NBA 2K games, so I'd like to give those a try. I've done like NASCAR, I've done the football, obviously, baseball. I mean, no really sports baseball. I don't know if I can really, truly like those, but I was a big basketball person. I played basketball for about 8 years of my life. So I think it'd be fun just to give that a go and just see how I like that one. I just never played one, so I just figured why not. And by May is when I'm going to have another new Mario series, whether it's like Odyssey, Wonder, whatever, when it's still out there, that we want to kind of give a try at that by May would be the goal. And then going into just summer itself, the June through September area. Pretty sure fall is in September. If I remember correctly, I want to say it's in September 20th or something like that. But yeah. During the summer era between June and September, I'm going to have another new Pokemon series, a new Mario series, new Let's Plays, which could range from, like, I don't even know. I mean, anything at that point. It's Peach games or Donkey Kong games we've already referenced it and stuff like that, or whatever new games have come out at that point. Giving those on some tries. The games I grew up on, I'd like to have, like, the Madden, the Sly Coopers, and all that type of stuff done by that point. And then by summer, I want to have PokeChat actually finished and figured out. So yes, PokeChat's probably been another one on probably the second longest hiatus of anything that we currently have going on. because I don't know when the last episode aired, but it's been until this point that it still has not had the follow-up episodes and then the conclusion of the season. I at least like to wrap up that season, even if it stops at that point. At least I just know have finished out the season and it's done with, and those 2 seasons are complete. I don't like having it incomplete technically. If I were to leave it incomplete like it is, then at that point it just makes me feel like I should just get rid of it because it's like not a complete project, if that makes sense. Like we did with the Omega Ruby and what was it, like Ultra Sun, Tag, Ultra Lock, whatever it was that we tried out for a couple episodes and it just didn't work out. Coercively because it was trials with gyms and it was just weird to try to make those work as a tag unit just because I didn't know how to make those type of things. We're talking, like you said, 5-6 years ago before I knew a lot of stuff that I do now. We were just using games that we actually had in our physical bodies to make as like, oh, this is the 2 games we're going to take together and make something out of them. And it didn't always work. But anyway, yeah, like to have PokeChat finished up by that point. And then our Pokemon versus tournament that we keep talking about with the gym leaders and the Elite Fours and all that type of stuff by that point as well. By the end of September at the ultra latest. Having, Gen 1's gym leaders battle each other, figure out the tops, all the Gen 2's, blah, 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 so on, figure out who's the ultimate gym leader, and then, rethink their teams and just take on each other and all that stuff. Like I said, still figuring all the logistics into that one, but definitely want that, have to have that by summer. And then, as far as fall, winter go for this year, obviously still continuing on new Pokemon stuff, new Mario stuff, all by that point. Finish all the games I grew up on series, have that completely done by that point. At that point in time, I'll be technically 33. Yay. New Let's Plays, whatever they may be. Pokemon Versus being completely caught up to that point. And then by the end of 2024, which is this current year, having the Smash Infinite video be completely done. So we wanted it done the end of last year, obviously. It happened, didn't get fits into it or whatever you want to say. This one, by saying it's going to be done by 2024, and I know I've been saying, like, oh, this is the year we'll probably get it done. This is the year we'll probably get it done. Now all the recording setups and finally having maybe a more set schedule and stuff like that and looking into things, I should have time to be like, okay, here's where I can record this round. Because I know first round's going to be the longest of them all. By getting our Smash Infinite series actually, recorded and everything like that would be ideal. But it is a big project with 500-ish plus, I feel like, characters from all different series, Dragon Ball Z, Transformers, Pokemon, SpongeBob, Mario, whatever you pretty much name it's probably in there up to a certain point. Because technically, Smash Brothers were all hacks, so we're still talking a little dated, but still has a lot of great characters that I still need to figure out who they all are anyway. But yeah, taking all those on, level 9 CPUs, 1 stock, seeing who wins the ultimate tournament, to being the best Smash Brothers Infinite there. And then as far as any future projects, whether that be during this year or future years or whatever you want to say, I do want to have a new intro at some point. The last time we had an intro was the whole Kaka thing, with our logo like bouncing along the way there, which obviously we've branded since then. We've done a whole lot of different things since that intro back in the day. So I want to have that coming forward, finally venturing back into full streams and online type stuff. I know I said I wanted that last year, but again, I didn't realize how much figuring out all the new job stuff and all the new life stuff and things I wanted to get done with not only my family and my wife and everything like that, but there's so much still to figure out this year that I didn't realize I was putting way too much on my plate. And like I said, my priorities are still my family and everything that goes around that and supporting that than it is YouTube. I still have a love for YouTube itself. So that's what I'm saying. It's probably definitely going to be still future restrained before I can get back into all that. There's a lot still set up that needs to be done before I can even possibly flirt at returning for any of that stuff. But yeah, definitely do want to maybe have that. I am still venturing around the ideas of doing some speed running with, like, say, Mario 3D World or things like that. I think it'd be some fun to give those a try, but again, I don't know how good I'll be with that. I'll give it a couple runs and see where I rank, and if it's really far down, I'd be like, okay, you know, I give it a try, and I just know where I am. But if I'm like decently ranked, then I'll keep trying to improve and figure out ways I can do better times with it. The substitute block, it's very much all about now finding a partner. Now, it could be the original partner that I planned it with, being my nephew, who was part of the original channel, obviously, and all that stuff. But ultimately, if not, it's figuring out someone to do the substitute lock with, and everything like that. And if you guys need a reminder, the substitute lock basically is a version of a cage lock and a trade lock merged kind of together. You go through, your Pokemon game at the end of each gym. You battle each other. The winner then decides, do they want to trade one of their Pokemon for one of their opponent's Pokemon, or they can have their opponent wonder trade one of their Pokemon away to get maybe, something better, something worse. You yourself can choose to wonder trade for something better, something worse type of a deal. The winner basically gets to choose the outcome of the trade lock, whether it be you trade, they trade, do we trade each other type of deal. And that could be some fun with that one. Maybe obviously get points and all that stuff, and then have a final battle at the end of it, and then you just keep working your way through. And like I said, have, say, Kyogre room, 1 point that they got during the randomizer, and be forced to wonder trade that away, or trade it to you, or whatever have you. Or you could have a terrible Pokemon you want to try to see if you can get something better, whether it be from them or wonder trade. Just like a lot of fun ideas with that. But again, it's just a matter of finding a partner to do that with. And then the only other one I have in my note sheets here is a Sleepwalk. I would like to try again to do a Sleepwalk again. It's been obviously since our Pokemon X one was the last time we did that, which was only a few years ago. It's not been too long. I think probably 2 or 3 years ago if I had to try to wrap my brain on when it was. But yeah, I'd like to venture back into doing a Sleepwalk again. I have technically an idea in mind, which is just a couple of things I could try that. For a Pokemon Red revamped one. Now, obviously, I made this back a little bit ago, so technically there might be better ideas than this. But basically, it was taking my original Pokemon Red Nuzlocke, the one that had the randomized music, randomized sprites, randomized everything, and take it up a degree. Minimum, worst case, it would be this version where it's the 721 version, all Gen 1 through Gen 6, I think that's where 721 ends. But yeah, because Gen 6 started. But doing that one, and it has the randomized sprites, randomized music. I got that one all for sure. How it works, 100% that it works. So I hope that one for sure could be a guaranteed idea. Other possibilities is if, say, because I know Radical Red, for instance, has all the way up to the most recent Pokemon in there. I don't know if that game's fully randomizable or it has to be customized for doing a Radical Red one, if that makes sense. I don't know if there's ways to take that game apart to make it fully randomizable or not. Or say doing a Fire Red in general, complete randomizer, randomizing the sprites and music and all that type of stuff. I don't know if those later-ish type generations could be possible, but if they are, that would be probably the ideal situation. But worst come to worst, ultra worst, like I said, there's that one that at least goes up to Gen 6. That is 100% possible. But I definitely, have ideas to basically have a celebration toward my original first Nuzlocke ever. Tapping that obviously sounded like a lot of fun, and I figured that'd be a cool one to try to win. But yeah, that's pretty much all that I have in my things here. I'm just making sure before I say anything else. I'm looking around here just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Does not look like it, and I don't see anything else on my little other cheat sheets here. So I think that's everything that I needed to touch on. So if you guys did enjoy this video, like I said, these aren't almost always professionally made things, but I'm trying to work better and better to making these as informative and entertaining as possible. So you guys, like I said, know what's kind of coming, my ideas for everything. And like I said, even though I put a lot out there, those all could come very quickly. Yes, like I said, they could be all within the next few months, or they could be at the latest of what I literally said in here, where all those come out in January, all those certain ones come out when the time I actually said they would come out by. So yeah, like I said, just trying to keep my foot at least still wet with YouTube. Like just eventually get more dove into it. But again, just like I said, just keeping everything, figuring out the schedules and everything like that. Now that school and everything is kind of getting more in full force, once like I said, next year's and the year's future going roll around. Like both my kids will be in full time school. I usually work afternoons currently, so I will free up my days. Like I said, there's still housework to take care of. There's bills to take care of. There's food and whatever else may have you that's going to be taking care of my family first. But there might be still some time for YouTube in there a little bit more than there was kind of back in the day when both my kiddos were very much younger, and then it's so little, they sleep a lot of times, so there's a lot of free time with that. But anyway, enough talk about all what could be. We'll just keep flowing with how it is. Hope you guys keep enjoying, keep watching, subscribe if you are new here. Definitely hit that like button, it really helps out every video and everything like that. Hit us up on our socials at X, at Modern Gamer, at Instagram, at The Modern Gamer, things like that. We always love talking to people, getting to know people, trying to find ways to keep improving and get back into this YouTube stuff and everything like that. We had a good couple of years, and we've had a lot of, iffy years. But it is what it is. We're at where we're at now, and keep pushing forward. And like I said, there might be time here, probably within the next year, that I'll have everything that's currently up to a certain point, unless it'll be still there to find, probably in playlist form or whatever you have you, but it'll be a kind of like a whole fresh start and kind of starting from new. But either way, we'll keep journeying on and enjoying it as best we can. Hope you guys keep enjoying with us, and we'll see you guys all in the next video, stream, whatever it may be. It's going to be the Modern Gamer.